guys, let's do this. Yes, you can unmute yourself if you want. Okay. So good morning. Welcome. Lovely. Thank you for joining me. And we are going to start gently. So, just close the eyes and we're going to spend a couple of minutes here. So feel free to just really relax into it and bring yourself into your body. Be aware of your body. And as that awareness into your physical body kind of grows or solidifies, let your spine grow a little bit taller. And let your breathing start to come a bit slower. And initially it might want to take some big, deep breaths just to kind of start to settle itself, so let that happen. Feel the air move into your lungs, lifting your chest, opening your heart. And exhale it slowly away. Imagine that each time you exhale, you're exhaling out the stale energy of the night. And with every inhale, we're going to bring in fresh new prana to rejuvenate and revitalise ourselves today. I invite you to try bringing your index finger and your thumb together and having your palm face up, like you're accepting all the goodness of the universe. So take a deep inhale. And we're going to be aware of the boundaries of your physical body. So be aware of this skin that you exist within. Be aware of your skeletal system. Feel your seat bones pressing against the floor. And notice what's happened to your core. So just slight engagement of the core. Nothing with too much effort, just a slight engagement of the core. And see if the shoulders will roll back and down a little bit more. Then I invite you to just sit in this peaceful space for another couple of breaths. And let's be grateful for the fact that we are here on this call doing this yoga together, which means we are well and safe. Okay, let's take the arms up, the sides of the bodies in a big circle. Bring the palms together. Raise the gaze, look at your thumbs, reach the fingers up, and then bring the gaze back and open the eyes and let your left hand come to the ground. Let your right hand come overhead. Draw that top shoulder back. Reach away. Oh, I'm going to hold this just a bit longer than perhaps normal so I can really feel that stretch. So just reach further away. Push the floor away with your left hand. And now take an inhale. Take it up with both hands and over with the other hand. This is your left arm that's above you. So draw it back. Push the floor away with your right hand. So you're pushing your left hip back into the mat. And take it up on the inhale. And then just float down. And just let your body release where it's going to release. And that might not be very far. It might not be as far as normal. Doesn't matter. Just release it where it is. No effort, no strain. Just let it release forward. Let the head go. Offer the head to gravity. With every exhale, just let gravity pull you, draw you down a little bit closer to her. And then we're just going to walk the hands over to the right knee. And again, just release the head over your right knee. Breathing slowly and deeply. And then let's walk the hands around the other way. So now you're just going to release the head over your left knee. Cheeky. And then come up. Alright, so I'm just going to bring a little kind of swaying into it now. So just kind of moving the shoulders around, moving the back around, kind of like seated cat-cows, but more of a rolling sensation. Just move however it feels good for your body at the moment. And then we're going to take an inhale and bring the arms up, and we're just going to bring flow into our side bends as well. So take that up, over, and then take it up on the inhale. So it's just a little bit more flowing than we first did it. And then take it up, and we'll just do a couple more. Just bringing movement into our muscles, into our joints, our bones. And then take it up again, and this time we'll bring the hands behind us and opening the chest. And releasing it forward. Let's roll over the knees and find our tabletop. And take our cat-cows here, so planting the hands under the shoulders, fingers spread, middle finger pointing forward. Take an inhale as the tailbone lifts, open up. And then exhale, tuck that tailbone under, push the shoulders to the ceiling, come look under the body. And inhale. Now I know you guys have done cat-cows thousands of times, so I'm going to leave you to do your own in your own time for a few breaths. And if you want to bring any other movements into it, feel free. Just see what your body wants to do this morning. Maybe there's an area that just needs a little bit of kind of pushing out or tweaking or something. Just let that happen. And now let's take a little bit of thread the needle. But we're going to do the thread the needle where we hover for 3 times first. So let's first off lift our right arm up, send it to the ceiling, reach for the ceiling for a moment, and then exhale, bring it under the body, right the way through, but don't bring the shoulder and the arm quite down, it's just hovering about an inch above the ground. And then take another inhale and send it back up, reaching for the ceiling again, and then exhale, coming all the way down. Feel free to bring that Ujjayi breath in, that ocean breath. One more time. Up and exhale. Actually, I think that was the second time. I'm going to do one more time after this one. So take it in. This is the last one. Take it up. And this time we land the arm, the shoulder, and the face. And breathe here. Pushing the floor away just a little bit with your left hand. Just get a little bit more twist into the spine. Okay, let's release that now. So bring that arm out. Plant it back on the mat under your shoulder. Reset. And then take an inhale and lift your left arm up. Reach the left fingers to the ceiling. Hold it for a breath. And then bring it under. Hover the arm about an inch off the ground, and then inhale and take another lift up. And exhale. And one more. We'll make it out 3, I think. I'm not even sure of that. I'm losing count of me. Bring it down. Actually, plant it this time. I think this is our third, isn't it? So let this one land. Pushing the floor away with your right hand, the right elbows bent up to the ceiling. And then release it. Come back to your tabletop. We're going to slide the left foot away, let it lift up to hip height, slide the right arm away, reach them both away, stretching, making yourself as long as you can. That's our cat playing with a toy mouse. And then open it up onto the side and take the right arm, start out as you can take it. So it might come So you're almost in a cross shape. And then bring it all back in. And release it. Reset. And then push the right foot away. Let that lift up to hip height. Left arm comes out. Reach in both directions. Using your core, engaging your core, keep yourself stable and still. And then opening out onto the side. Good, just move my microphone out. Hang on. Thanks, Julie. Right. Alright, hope everyone's still with me. Good. Right, where were we? Okay, we're going to lift up into the downward facing dog. Oh, and again, take your time here. We're not in a big crash and hurry this morning. So we're just going to walk our legs out, pressing one heel to the ground and then the other. Engaging our core, externally rotating the shoulders, which means the elbows come a bit closer together. And then just hold your still dog a moment. Planting replanting the hands at shoulder width apart, spreading the fingers. Really big inhales and exhales here. Okay, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. And so you're hanging here in a rag doll. Take hold of your elbows. And just release yourself. You sort of sway from side to side. Let the head go. And then we're just going to come up in one big swooping motion. Take it all the way up. Hands club, little back bend. And now we're going to swan dive down, bring the arms out to the side. It's a swan dive back into your forward fold. Release the head. We'll do that one more time. Come up. One movement. Hands together overhead, looking at your thumbs. And then exhale, swan dive. All the way down on the exhale. We're going to walk the hands back to our downward facing dog. Take your dog again. Bend the knees a lot. Press the stomach onto the top of the thighs. And then sweep forward and push yourself into a plank. And release the. You might have to. Jake, if you carry on like that, we'll have to put you out. Okay. Adrian's putting him out. And then push back. And this time that right foot is going to step forward. Lunge. Let's find our high lunge. And back. Step back to downward facing dog. This time it's the left foot that comes forward. Left foot to the top of the mat and find your high lunge. And step back to downward facing dog. This time we're going to come back into a plank again. Again, just lower the knees if you want, otherwise holding your plank here. One long line from the top of your head to your heels. And then push back. We're going to walk ourselves to the top of the mat now, but we're going to take slow, deliberate steps. So just step the right foot forward and then hold it for a moment. And then step the left foot a little bit ahead of the right foot. And then the right foot a little bit ahead of the left foot. Left a little bit ahead of the right. Until you're at the top of the mat, standing between your hands. And then exhale. And then take the big inhales again and come all the way up. Hands above the head and a little back bend. Bring the hands back to heart center. Take a breath here. Take an inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Micro back bend and exhale. Swan dive all the way down slowly. Bring the hands to the mat. Take an inhale. Find your long flat back to bring the hands to the shins. Press them away. Crown of the head reaches for the opposite wall. Core is engaged. You're going to hold this for a couple more breaths. Feeling that stretch, that length into the back of the thighs. And now exhale, soften the knees even more. Release yourself, hinging at the hips. Hands come down to the mat. Ideally next to the feet, but if that's not quite accessible, don't worry, just put them wherever you can get them. Take the right foot back in a long lunge. And then let that right knee lower and come up into your low lunge. Let the right elbow in behind you. Take hold of that right elbow with your left hand and gently open it up. And if it feels okay, you can start to look backwards, and if it doesn't, just keep everything straight ahead. And then reach both hands up. Let the hands come down to the mat. Lift that right knee. Find your plank. And again, if you want, release the knees immediately. Otherwise, hold your plank. And now let's release the knees. Break the arms in. Pull the core in. Lower the chest and chin to the ground. And then inhale, sweep forward, uncurl the feet. Find your way into your little baby curl. Push back onto your knees. Tuck the toes under. Engage the core. Lift back up into your downward facing dog. Big inhale as you step the right foot forward. Left foot follows. Exhale, forward, forward. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, again with our halfway lift or our long flat back. Release that. Hands come to the mat, step the left foot back in a long lunge. And then let the left knee lower down. Bring yourself back into your low lunge, and this time it's the left elbow that bends behind us. Take hold of that left elbow and open the chest. Breathing. Drawing it gently back. And then releasing the arms, bringing them back on either side of the right foot, lifting the left knee, and again pressing back into your plank. Alright, so you can either do neck, chest, chin here, or if anyone wants to, you can do your low plank, so you come down halfway, and then either all the way down, or if you're feeling particularly strong already, you can come into your up dog. And wherever we all are, let's meet back in downward facing dog. Take a lovely breath here. And then we're going to step the left foot to the top of the mat. Right foot follows. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, coming all the way up. Back bend. And straight up. I'm just going to turn to face you, so I'm going to put the side bends here. So let's bring our hands together and then just take them over to the left. So lovely side bend. Wow, feel that stretch right down, even right down to the hip. And come up on the inhale and take it over to the other side. And back up. Lovely. Facing the top of the mat again. Reaching up and back and exhaling all the way down. Inhale, find your long flat back. And exhale, forward fold, hands to mat. Step the right foot back. Come up into your high lunge. Plant that back foot so that the back foot's at 45 degrees. You're in your warrior one. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, push them away, and then exhale yourself into that space next to your left knee. Humble warrior. Trying to pull the arms up behind us. Breathing. One more. And now let's release that. Releasing the hands, coming back up into our warrior one. Lifting back up into our high lunge. Bringing the hands back down, pushing back into your plank. We're going to come halfway down in our plank. You release the knees if you need, and then push all the way back up. That's pretty intense. So do release the knees if you want. And then push back to downward facing dog, and let your right leg float up, and then open that hip. And then close it back down. We're going to take our fallen triangle, bring that right knee underneath you, and then the left foot, the heel comes down, you ground it. I'm facing the wrong way from you, unfortunately. And then bring your right foot under your left, and open up and do your forward start. Let me just turn around so you can see. So they look a bit like this. And pull it back in. Back to your downward facing dog. We're going to take a little lizard here. So this right foot is now going to, I'll turn around again, the right foot is going to step outside the right hand. And then your lizard, lower the left knee. And then let your right arm float up, open the chest. And bring it back down again. Lift that left knee, push back to your downward facing dog. We're going to walk or step or lightly jump to the top of the mat. So whichever one of those you want to take today, just find yourself to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's take that on the other side. Take the arms up. Exhale all the way down. Halfway lift. And then release. Hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. Come up into your high lunge. And then ground that back left foot. So once again, you're in your warrior one. Take the arms behind you. Take that humble warrior. Push them away. Exhale yourself into that space next to the right knee. It's like you're trying to touch the crown of the head on the ground next to the right foot. Another breath. And release that. Coming back out into our warrior one. Lifting that back foot again. Bringing the hands down. Stepping back into your plank. We're going to do a little half plank and then back up again. So if you do want to release your knees for it, go right ahead. Then release yourself halfway. And then push back up. And back to downward facing dog. Let the left leg float up. And open it. Lift it briefly. Let it fall, bend behind you. And then extend the leg again. Right, this time it's our fallen triangle on this side. So that left knee comes under the body. And then that right foot spins so the heel comes on the ground. And you send the left arm under the right. Okay, now let's bring that out. So pull it back, send that leg back up. And this time we're going to come to our lizard. So bring it forward, step that left foot outside the left hand, lower the right knee, and take your lizard. Uncurl the back foot if you want, or leave it tucked, up to you. And if you do want to release yourself a bit further down onto your elbows or something like that, go ahead. The left foot is probably at a 45-degree angle. Okay, let's tuck that back right foot under again. Lift the right knee, and again, push back to our downward facing dog. We're going to take a little child's pose here. Drop the knees to the width of the mat. Toes touch underneath. Press yourself back. And just take a little child's pose rest here for a moment. See if those hips will sink a little bit more onto the heels. And just let the forehead roll back and forward from side to side. Roll side to side on the mat. A little massage for the forehead here. And then bring it to stillness. And we're just going to walk our hands back now until we're sitting up. Bring the knees together. Tuck the toes under so you can get a little stretch with the soles of the feet. Coming up onto your toes so that you're getting that stretch here. Hold that a moment, and while we're holding that, we're going to come back to the arms. Take the right arm up and bend it back, and either hold it with the elbow of the left hand, or if you're feeling like you might be a little bit more open now, you can bring the left hand under and see if the fingers will join and then pull together. I'm just going to hold that for a breath. And then release that slowly, not in a hurry. Unravel it, and then lift the left arm up. Take that back, and then take your choice again. So either holding the elbow, or bringing the right arm down and under. See if the fingertips will meet, and then pulling them together. Lovely. Now the toes are probably really starting to get a little bit of discomfort now, so we're going to release our hands, just bring ourselves forward slowly, uncurl the feet and give them a little tap until they're feeling okay again. Alright, we're going to just come straight forward onto our bellies now, so let's come down via, however, our plank. So I'm going to get you to take your toes under one more time, wrap the arms in, and lower yourself all the way down as slowly as you can until you've landed your whole body onto your front. Bring your arms out. Take an inhale, lift everything up. And now it's like we're paddling. So right arm, left leg lifts, and then left arm, right leg lifts. And just do that at your own speed. You might want to do it quite quickly. You might want to do it a bit slower. And then hold everything up and release it down. Let the chin come to the ground, let the arms just fall where they lie, and relax. Bring the left ear to the mat so that you're looking off to the right. And now lift the head, change it round so the right ear comes down to the ground. And back to centre. Bending the back knees, bending the only knees you have, and then taking hold of the ankles. Now, this might be enough for you today. If you just want to stay here holding your ankles, that's fine. If you're ready for a little bit more, take an inhale and lift up and find yourself into your bow pose, your Dhammayarasana. Lifting, 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 lifting. One more lift. Take an inhale and lift a little bit more. And then release everything down. And just let the arms hang one side of the body, palms facing up, let the big toes touch. And let your gaze go off to the right so your left ear is on the ground. Okay. And then just again, lift the head and take it to the other side so it's your right ear on the ground and you're looking over to the left. Coming back up. Hands under the shoulders, pressing yourself back up. There's just one more, before we come on to our seated and back positions, there's one more little thing I want to do just for the hips. So we're going to come back into our downward facing dog for a moment. And we are going to step our left foot just about 6 inches behind our right foot. And then, hang on a second. Oh, what am I doing? Actually, forget that. I can't remember how to get into this. Forget it. I'm going to have to go back and relearn that. I can't remember how to get into it. So we won't worry about that for right now. We will just come to our seated positions. So jump through, crossing the ankles behind you, sitting back. Let's find our goat pose. So modified boat, hold back to the thighs. And now just check that there's enough room behind you. So we're going to do our little balance here. So take hold of your big toes with the peace fingers, coming up, and then rounding the back and rolling it back, touching the toes, oops a daisy, and then rolling back up. And we're trying to start and finish here. So I'm not giving a great example. So touching the toes, and we're coming back. Whoop, whoop. Okay, just give me 3 or 4 of those. And then bring the legs together. And either keep them a little bit bent, or if it's available, you can straighten them out. Just see what works for you. And then just hug them in. Hug behind the thighs. Spreading the toes. Releasing that and lowering yourself slowly to the ground. Bending the knees up to the ceiling. Heels just behind your buttocks. Take an inhale, lift it up. Come up onto the tiptoes, lift the hips a little bit higher, and then roll down the spine. And bring the knees into the chest and hug them. Rock yourself from side to side. And then plant the feet again. Take another inhale, lift it up. This time bring the hands underneath you, interlace the fingers. Walk the shoulder blades closer together. See if you can press the knuckles away towards the heels. Lifting the hips up and try to press the knees. The knees will naturally want to come apart. So see if you can press them towards each other so they stay aligned with the hips. And then release your hands. Release the shoulder blades, come up onto the tiptoes, and then see if you can again roll your spine down, each vertebrae at a time. And then bring the knees into the chest and roll from side to side. Bend place your left foot back on the mat so the left knee is bent to the ceiling. Straighten your right leg. Take hold behind that right leg wherever you've got it. Doesn't matter where you hold, as long as you gently pull on it, you're feeling that stretch. And tuck the chin so that you're trying to get length in the back of the neck. And just hold that there. And give your foot a little bit of a flex and a point. And really just notice, like when you point it, do you feel a big stretch right down the front of the foot there, or even into the ankle? And then you flex it, and you feel your calf muscles change shape behind your hands or under your fingers. Point. Okay, and then just release that. Let that leg float all the way back to the ground. Release the left leg as well, so they're both extended, and then bring the right foot in, so the right knee is pointed to the ceiling. And let the left leg come up. Again, hold wherever you've got access to. It might be different on this side. Gently press it forward. Again, see about the flexing and the pointing. And if it is a really strong stretch, when you point, you do get a really strong stretch down the front of the foot. Then just hold it a moment. Breathe into it, let that stretch take place. And then move into your flex. Okay, lovely. And then just release that leg and let that float back down to the ground as well. Release both legs, give yourself a stretch out. And then bring both knees into the chest. Take hold of the outsides of the feet. And then lift the feet up so the soles of the feet are pointed to the ceiling. And rocking a little bit from side to side. Okay, so we're going to find our shoulder stand variation here. I think pretty much everybody who's on the Zoom knows this, but I'll just go through them anyway. So, if you have a bolster or a cushion, you can take waterfall, or just your hands, palms facing down under your buttocks, and you can just lift your legs and hold them here. If you want to find a piece of wall, it's really handy, and you can just get yourself close to a bit of wall and come into this kind of thing, and that's also a really good option. And of course you've got your half and your full shoulder stand. So half shoulder stand, you literally just had a bit of a diagonal, holding the heels of your hand holding your hips, and then full shoulder stand, walking the hands up towards the head until you're in a little bit more of a long line. And wherever, so I don't feel like doing full shoulder stand today, I'm just going to take half shoulder stand. So wherever you are, we're just going to hold this for a few breaths, so relax into it. If you are in full shoulder stand and you want to move into other, like halasana or any other move like that, I'm going to leave you to do that. You know your practice. The rest of us are just going to hold our version of shoulder stand for a little bit longer. Okay. So wherever you are, we're going to start to slowly come out of this now. Hands, if you're in half or full, your hands come behind you with breaks. And slowly rolling the body back down to the mat and extending it. Taking the arms overhead, legs extend away. And we'll just take a little fish pose for our counter pose. So bring your arms by the side of the body. Bend the knees up so that you can bring the hands under you again and extend them away. Bring the elbows under the body. Lift up onto the elbows so that you're looking at your toes. And then arch in the back to the crown of the head. Loosely, lightly touches down onto the mat. But all the time trying to keep the chest open. Pressing the chest upwards. The weight is held in the elbows. One more breath here. And now take an inhale, lift the head, look at the toes, and then release yourself back down. Take the arms out from under you and bring them up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Bring the left knee into the chest, and then just send it off towards the right. And let your head gaze towards the left. Keeping your shoulders in contact with the ground. Okay, let's inhale, everything back to centre. Push the left leg long again and inhale the right knee into our chest and then send it across the body and the gaze goes towards the right. And then bring it back. Inhale everything back to centre. Extend the right foot away and bring both feet to the corners of the mat, or a bit wider than the mat. Arms by the side of the body, palms facing up, gently close your eyes. Take a deep inhale and exhale and release yourself into the ground. This is your well-deserved couple of minutes of relaxation and meditation, so take this for yourself as a gift to yourself. Just see if your shoulders or hips need to move, wiggle just before you completely settle into stillness. Just a little scan through your body and release anything that needs to be released before you can find that completely still Shavasana. And at that point, you just melt into the ground. And let your breath take you deeper. And we're going to take our relaxation for about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. So if you want to float off somewhere, please feel free. I will call everyone back in about 90 seconds or so. So just release. Let all your stresses and worries drain out. And taking a deeper inhale in your last inhale. Imagining waves of healing energy flowing through you, going in through the top of your head, flowing all the way down your body and out through your feet. And then when you are ready, take a big long stretch. Roll over onto the right hand side if you want for a moment, and then find your way to a seated position. Take your time, there's no hurry. And hold your seated position once you're there for just a few more breaths. So go and find that length into the spine, reaching the top of the head towards the sky. Index finger and thumb lightly touching, palms facing up. Okay, let's close our practice. Hands together, rubbing the palms. Feel that heat and then cup your hands over your eyes. Open your eyes over your palms, blinking and bringing the hands to heart center in prayer. That's us done, everyone. Namaste. Thank you for being here.